All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm here today with Mario Spano, and we are going to be talking to you about a new space, a new place for men. Mario is the founder and creator of Mind.men. It is a place where men can be supported, um, find resources, and just help you and I in our journey as being men in this world as we move through it. So, Mario, welcome. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you so much.
How's it going?
Good. Living life
Awesome.
out here in Portland, and yeah, putting a lot of energy into building this thing and doing something great and making a good impact. So we're busy.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, Mario, let me just kind of share the website with everybody so we can kind of see what you're putting together here. So this is your tagline, I guess. Your header here is "Real men don't cry." That's been the cultural norm, the expectation, and you're saying BS to that, crossing it out, and said real men speak their mind. Your mission here is Speak Your Mind empowers men struggling with mental health to connect, heal, and thrive within their community. So cool mission. Tell us, like, how did this come about? What was the heart and passion behind this?
Yeah, I guess just commenting on you said throwing out the old BS. I like that. That's like kind of the main thing that we're here to do is change these stigmas that lead to men struggling with mental health. Um, but yeah, the whole mission came about from my own personal journey and my own struggles, and that come specifically from being a man and trying to navigate my path and align with my true self or my higher self or deeper self, whatever you want to call it, but feeling a lot of suppression, honestly, and like feeling unseen and unsupported in that, very unsupported and very unseen. And that obviously leads to more struggle, like all anyone ever needs is love and support. And when you get the opposite of that, you get judgment and you get treated a certain way just because of how you look and who you are on the outside. That sucks. So my journey has been to help other men who are on that journey. There's a quote that says something like, nothing will be as fulfilling for you as helping other people overcome what always held you back. So I read that somewhere and I was like, damn, I need to, it's time to kind of help people. And I kind of got reflections from other people saying that this could be a good avenue for me based on some strengths that I have. So I started life coaching for men. I still do that. You do that. You coached me. You're amazing. And that's what this is all about, is like, how do I help myself and how do I help other men who are struggling? Because, as we say all over our pamphlets and website, the suicide rate is 80% male. So the journey has been, how do I help other men? But I quickly realized, as you've probably seen, that men struggle to help themselves, or men struggle to even ask for help. So then I was like, okay, well, screw trying to make money. It's not about that. It's like, how do we, what's a better way or a bigger way, really, that we can reach men and lift them up and empower them? And that's kind of this entire journey has just been me trying to figure out how to do that, but doing it like this and telling people what my goal is and calling people and calling help in, like, I want to build this with people and with local communities. I'm not trying to just figure it out and research, and that's kind of boring anyways, and that's been the most rewarding part, is like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the issue with men. How do we help? And then connecting with people on this topic has been the most rewarding part of it all. So that's kind of been the journey. And happy to talk about more about, where we are, what we do, and all that. But that's been
Perfect.
so far. It's been beautiful.
All right, that's great. So I do notice that in your mission, you emphasize mental health, men's mental health. And I'm just curious what does mental health mean to you? I'm a guy, I'm coming to your website. I mean, am I welcome here? What kind of mental health issues do might I have, or what can I look for? What does that mean?
Yeah, like I said, you always ask good questions. Really good questions. Yeah, I mean, mental health is, as you've stated before, is mental well-being. And it's not. So there's two avenues. There's like men who or people, but specifically here, men who struggle and go down, a path of addiction and struggle that way, or just men like me who are trying to figure shit out, like, and make the most of this short life. So I'm gonna be honest, and I always have been, and I always will be, with where we are in the process, but we're still trying to figure that out. But right now, like, it's open, and that's why we have, an addiction center as a part of our partners page, and we have also you, an empowerment
Mhm.
coach. We have psilocybin healer. We have a procrastination coach and a licensed therapist. So right now it's very broad, and we continue to narrow our focus, and as we learn more and figure more out, we just finished our business plan, and we're locking in a fiscal sponsor right now, so that really forced us to be like, who are we, what is the market, what's the issue.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope that answers your question about
No, it
mental.
does. So I'm happy to hear it. So basically, in the scope of mental health, mental well-being, addiction, also further down in your website, in the information, you do talk about men's suicide rate. It's quite high. What is it? I don't remember the number. Do you?
Between 75 and 80%, depending on the
Yeah.
study.
Yeah. So a huge struggle there for men. And again, it goes back to our society has traditionally or normatively made men speaking up about how we feel a bad thing, an undesirable thing. And as I look at your website and the information you provide, and as we're talking, what you're trying to do is provide men a space to say, hey, you're not alone. It's okay to ask for help. You can share how you feel. If you need to fucking cry, go do it. It's all right. And I think, I believe through that process, myself as a man, other men, we work through our shit that way, and we become better men in the world, and we're more productive, and we can contribute more, and the brilliance we individually share just gets expressed. So that's what I'm taking away from kind of what you're offering here. So tell us about the resources that you have, like the services you provide.
Yeah. So the main, yeah, and you kind of just hit on the two parts, really. The big thing is trying to change stigmas and speak these positive stigmas into existence, and then we also want to be a resource for men right now. So um, for all men, yeah, and that's kind of, even during this call, there's additional clarity that's coming through. But um, one thing that we're doing now is we do men's groups. We have
Mhm.
a meetup group, Facebook page, and I also travel. So I'm in Portland right now. So I'm talking with three different men about starting men's groups. I'm at this maker space now, and they've wanted to start men's groups. So I show up, and I'm like, well, I'm at this nonprofit. This is our mission. Like, let's go, let's do it. Um, so men's groups is a really beautiful piece of what we do, and it's a starting piece. It's a low,
Mhm.
barriers to entry there is very low. But the results have been incredible. The amount of men that I've seen come in for the first time ever doing something like this, and
Mhm.
hesitant, and then sharing the shit that they're going through that is anywhere from like pretty mild to not wanting to exist, and that's according to one poll is 40% of men
Mhm.
right now do not want to exist, which is just it's hard to believe. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so going from that to sharing all their shit to these other men, and then these other men are like, yeah, man, like I feel you, I've been there, or I'm there, and then
Mhm.
yeah, and then seeing the empowerment that comes from that is absolutely incredible and very impactful. So men's groups are good. We're also looking at doing guided hikes, partnering with tour guide companies and healing retreats, talking to some healers, some other men who work in those spaces. Looking at Santa Cruz right now for one place to go in the spring. We also want to offer a free backpacking trip every year. So once we bring in, more donations and stuff like that, we can really provide more and more. And obviously our vision is to be an organization, maybe even with a physical location where people can go and just be and talk. And it's not this intense uh sacred sons environment, which is beautiful and has its place for sure, but it's a more comprehensive, gentle environment for men to go and be and heal and just have fun and connect with nature and connect with themselves and connect with other men. So that's the whole resource side of what we do now and where we are going, where we want to
Yeah.
be.
That's really cool. I resonate with the men's groups. I resonate with the hikes, the backpacking, all those spaces. I love it. And what I really resonate with in how you describe those spaces is a man can show up and there aren't expectations of performance, competition. You win, I win, you lose. That's just isn't what happens. And for men who haven't experienced that kind of space for other men or with other men, it is an incredibly empowering feeling to be shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye with other men. And it doesn't matter whether you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or you've got your own small business or you're working in the service industry. It just doesn't matter. It's like we're all men. We all share many of the same fears and insecurities and shitty thoughts. I mean, it's we're not immune to it based on economic status, race, religion, nothing. It's just we're just guys. And for a man to take a risk and step into those spaces, a men's circle or a group of men hiking together, where the focus is just embracing who you are as a man and having the support of other men for you to shine and be your best self. Um, the feeling's incredible. I mean,
Hmm.
I would invite any man to check this out and check your men's circles out and your hiking groups and those types of things. And in the context of mental health, mental well-being, it just it's kind of like a pressure cooker. I mean, we can walk around, we've got stresses, we've got responsibilities, we have expectations. That really fucks us up sometimes. But to be in
Mhm.
a space that is supportive like that with other men, that masculine energy, it just lowers the pressure. And
Yeah,
that's been my experience.
there's nothing like men supporting men. That feeling is, yeah, it's
Yeah.
unparalleled. And
Yeah.
so many men have never had that, from their fathers or their friends growing up.
Right.
And that's kind of part of the bigger trend that I think is starting to change, but we're happy to, do what we can to continue that
Yeah.
trend.
So the invitation is there, and I just really encourage every man, if you're in a place that you need support, is to step into it. It's a risk. I get it, right? I mean, we both get it, right, Mario? It's like you haven't done it before. It looks scary. It looks risky. You know, you're not going into a group of a bunch of your dad or whoever maybe that male figure was in your life that it didn't work out so well for you growing up, right? I mean, that's part of it. And but to take the risk and to step into something with different, the payoff is huge. For me, it was transformational, changed my life, changed my direction. So good for you. Hey, so tell us about, like, how are you supporting yourself, or how are, how's your organization getting funded? How are you going to keep the lights on?
Yeah, like I said, we're in the middle of locking in a fiscal sponsor right now, and that's looking really good. If that doesn't work, we will just incorporate, as a 501(c)(3) ourselves and start receiving money. But that's fiscal sponsor is really good for new nonprofits because they typically have a lot of experience, and they can not only help you raise funds and be a pass through because they are a nonprofit 501(c)(3), but they have knowledge. So that's what we're going through right now. And then, yeah, as far as what we do to try and help and support the business, this actually was inspired by a company in the UK called Boys Get Sad Too, which is a really good company. They only do apparel, and I came across them while I was traveling in Europe, and I reached out to them and I was like, hey, do you need help? Like, do you have any sister companies or partnering in America? Like, we need this. And they were like, no, sorry, we don't. We're just here. And they're only apparel, so they're not this thing. But that's how we started. And that's what we still do is we sell hoodies and t-shirts. We have like solid colors, and we have some
Nice.
pretty awesome tie-dye that we make. And yeah, going to events and stuff, people love the tie-dye. So we're making more of those all the time. And we don't really make much, off of those. That's not the goal, but a few bucks a t-shirt kind of goes back into just buying more, because that's the main goal, is just to spread the word. And that's why, that's what this is going to do. And that's what we're doing all over the country. So.
All right. Well, that's terrific. Okay. So again, if a guy's listening right now and he wants to check you out, where does he need to go?
Yeah, if you go to just start with Instagram, because that's very widely used. Take time, speak your mind. Take time, speak your mind. That's our handle. And so we also have a Facebook page and a meetup page. But I think going to the website and going to the contact us, if you're interested in helping out, if you know someone who might be a good fit, we're bringing on new team members all the time. So if you want to contribute and build this thing with us, please reach out. If you want to join the meetup groups, please reach out. I'll send you the info, and maybe I can give you the links to the meetup and the Facebook page, because the Facebook page is a good place for men to just be a part of. And it's also tied into the meetup group, but on the Facebook page, you can comment and write, if you're going through shit. We also have a chat. So yeah, it'd be good to give you all those links to post like under your video here.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do that. So men, you can come back and refer to this video. The links will be below. Just check it out. But Mario, thank you. Thank you for being a man, stepping up in the world, creating space for men to become our best selves, to have that support, and just not be an island. We don't have to do it alone. I mean, I'm 61 years old, and what I've learned through my journey, doing it alone sucks. And having the support of other good men in my life has made a big difference. It's been motivating. It's been encouraging, and shit gets done. I get stuff done because of that. And I encourage other men to take the opportunity you're providing here to do the same. So thanks, Mario. I'm sure we'll be talking some more, but for right now, is there anything you would like to say as we sign off?
No, I think that's well said. And you and I this connection is just one of many examples of that happening, of men connecting, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful. So
Yeah, perfect.
yeah, be grateful for you. Thank you for having me and
Mm.
connect space.
Thank you. It's always great talking to you, Mario. Okay, thanks, man. Ciao.
Cheers, brother.